You see, for the past 2 years, this is the questions we always get asked. Do you have any projects in Ho Chi Minh City, District 2, that's in Vietnam, and one condition, the price has to be below 5,000 US dollar per square meter. It's been so difficult. We had none until today. Finally, we have one, all right? So I'm so excited to share with you the new project that we're going to be offering to the market. That's Gladia Heights, which is in District 2, Ho Chi Minh City. Now, the developer, big name, Keppel Land from Singapore and Khang Dien from Vietnam. Such an amazing project. It's not just a few towers. This is actually part of a huge township development in District 2, 60 hectares in front of a metro station, an upcoming metro station, and it's just about 5-10 minutes away from Feliz and Vista or Vista Verde from Capital Land. Now, a lot of our clients have invested in Feliz and Vista or Vista Verde. You guys have made so much money from there. Capital gain has been amazing over the past 10 years. Now, this is the next one you should watch out for. Now, before I begin, very quickly, just to introduce myself, my name is Kingston. I'm the founder and CEO of Asia Bankers Club, and I'm formerly an investment banker at Morgan Stanley. I left the industry in 2012, and now our company, we focus on a lot of physical assets investments. The club is about helping our members to build their network and grow their wealth. So if you guys are interested to be part of us, come and join our club. You can check it out on our website, www.asiabankersclub.com. And last year, we brought in a strategic investor, the family office of Mr. Lawrence Ho. It's called Black Spade Capital. Now, having Mr. Ho as part of the group, that's amazing. That, of course, hopefully gives a lot of more trust to our investors, our members, in terms of our platform. All right. Now, a bit about the macro, the scene for you. I'll keep this short because I've done a lot of such videos. You can watch those longer videos that talk about why Vietnam. But just very quickly, of course, it's about the strong economic growth. Now, Vietnam, 8% GDP growth last year, and this year is aiming for even 12%. Now, that brings Vietnam as #1 spot in Southeast Asia. Now, because of trade war, Vietnam is actually winning that even from day one. Now, because a lot of factories want to come here, because when you ship your goods, let's say from China to the US, there is a big tariffs. But if you move your factories to Vietnam and ship that to the US, you pay less tariffs. So we're talking about 20% currently in Vietnam. And that's really attractive comparing to some countries or most countries, which are easily 40 to 50% of tariffs. Now, there's also the reason why we see so many companies coming here, of course, with Samsung for more than 30 years already in Vietnam, and all the other big companies are moving here as well. Now, let's look at the price per square meter, how we are doing, okay? So here, this is when we actually entered the market, around 2016. So 2015 is when they changed the law to allow foreigners to invest in Vietnam. 2016, we got into the market. We have a lot of investors to ride on that growth for the past 10 years. Now, the price has already reached above 10,000 US dollar per square meter, with some projects going even as high as even 60 or even 80,000 per square meter. That's what is going to be coming up in the market. So what are those projects? I'll tell you more later in this presentation, all right? So the market has rallied a few times, all right? Now, where we are, the project that we're going to be launching today, Gladia Heights, it's actually around 4,500 US dollar per square meter. That's kind of really the price where we were like, let's say 7 years ago. So it is very attractive, and it's still in District 2, Ho Chi Minh City. Now, the Vietnam housing law that I talk about, it's very important to understand, how it works. But today's presentation, I'm not going to talk about that because this is going to take another half an hour. So I've made some videos that talk about how it works, how foreigners, are able to buy properties in Vietnam. So, watch out for the video. I put a link at the comment below so you guys can watch that video, all right? Now, let's dive into Ho Chi Minh City and into the project. Well, just quickly guide you in case you are not familiar with Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. So this is how it looks like, all right? So over here, this is Saigon River, and District 1 is over here. This is the Bitexco Tower, and then this is District 4 next to it, and then District 7 is on the far left. That's where Phu My Hong is. And then over here is Landmark 81. This is where Binh Thanh is. So this is the tallest building in Vietnam. And then Saigon River across here is District 2. This is Thu Thiem. which is the new CBD. All right, so we are just across. So now if you look at in comparing this to Shanghai, if you guys are familiar, so this is Puxi over here and Pudong is over this side, okay, which is in Thu Thiem. Now this is how Ho Chi Minh City used to be called in terms of the names. There are a lot of districts, okay, like 1, 2, 3 for example, but that has now changed. Now as of July of last year, it has been changed into wards. So they no longer use the district names, they use wards, all right? And while doing that, they also combine two other places. So Ho Chi Minh City has now been combined with Binh Nhung and Vung Tau. Now collectively, this is like, a huge area of Ho Chi Minh City. And now all these places are named as wards, all right? But to be very honest, I just came back from Vietnam last week, even the local people having problem, to be honest, to actually remember all these wards, all right? So now, for this purpose of this presentation, I will still use the old district numbers so that it's easier for you to understand, all right? Now, this is the project location, District 2. We are over here. That's Gladia Heights. So let me introduce District 1 to you first. Now, District 1, this is how some of the buildings that we get here. We have like Bitexco, all right? That's about 20 minutes drive away. We have the Saigon Opera House. It's a very lovely city. If you guys have not been there, you should really come here. The People's Committee Building or the City Hall. This is actually at the walking street, the Nguyen Hui Street. So this is also a really famous place in District 1. So at night, this place is very lively. Lots of like street performers, lots of entertainment. So we also have the Cafe Apartments at Nguyen Hui Street. So this is a very iconic building for your Instagram shots. And then we nowadays have a lot of rooftop bars in Saigon. Saigon is the old name of Ho Chi Minh City, all right? Riverside Saigon is a very, very luxury hotel over here. Park Hyatt is here. Of course, we have Mandarin Oriental coming at some point. We have Saigon Center, which is actually by our developer, Keppel Land, the developer for our projects, Gladia Heights from Singapore, is the company that built Saigon Center 1 and Saigon Center 2. This is like the most luxurious shopping mall in Saigon today, okay? And we have Takashimaya as well. And this is Ben Thanh Market. It's very, very old, okay? Ben Thanh Market is a place where you can really go and negotiate, okay? Whatever price that is quoted here, ask for 80% discount, all right? Anyway, here, this is the roundabout, okay? The roundabout just right in front of the Ben Thanh Market. But this roundabout has now been removed, okay? This is kind of a latest photo. You can see now it's been removed. The reason for that is because underground is now already the metro station. The Ben Thanh station is right underground. So there's no more roundabout here. You can see the building on the left-hand side. This is where the new project of Master Right is going to be. This is the really expensive price per square meter, probably going to be the most expensive project in Saigon. The rumor price is 60 to 80,000 US dollar per square meter. Whether that's the truth or not, we will know in a few months, but it's not going to be cheap, all right? So this is a very, very ultra luxurious project just right in front of Ben Thanh Market. Now, just now we've talked about District 1. Now let's move on to Binh Thanh. So Binh Thanh is just a 20 minutes drive away from our project. This is where you find Landmark 81, the tallest building in Vietnam. So it's done by built by Vinhomes, part of the Vin Group. We have about 10,000 apartments here. It's called the Vinhome Central Park because it's overlooking a public park here. So this project is amazing. It's a very iconic project. It's at Binh Thanh, all right? And then District 7 is actually a very interesting place as well. 30 years ago, there's really nothing here, all right? And then, of course, today, it has been turned into an amazing place. So when it's by this company called Fumi Hong from Taiwan. So they built a huge township developments here, not just residential, but commercial offices. So when you get into Fumi Hong, you kind of suddenly feel that you're no longer in Saigon. This is, you probably feel like you're in Singapore, okay? It's an amazing place. We have Koreatown in District 7 as well. And of course, in Fumi Hong area, the biggest population or the community would be the Koreans and Taiwanese, all right? So for us, it's very simple. Just cross the bridge and we are in District 7. So now, before we talk about our District 2, let's look at District 9. So District 9 is where the factories areas, the industrial area. So the Saigon High Tech Park is over here. So that's about 20 minutes away. Now, Thao Dien over here. Thao Dien is actually now is District 2, yeah? District 2 is huge. It's really big area. Let's look at Thao Dien. Khang Dien, this is how it looks like. It's basically a very, very nice place with a lot of big villas, a lot of expatriates, a lot of international schools in Khang Dien as well. And then this area, which is closer, just right across District 1, this is the Pudong area, okay? This is where we basically have now, the new CBD, right? This is a very old photo of these Thu Thiem. You can see that it's pretty empty. Well, now I won't say it's entirely built yet. Still a lot of empty lands, but this is the future. The plan for here is going to be massive city center, new CBD. So a lot of these projects, some of them already been completed. So this is how it looks like today. So this is District 1. And then over here, there's a bridge that connects District 1 to District 2, Thu Thiem. So some of these projects like Metropole by Suan Kim Land is already completed. It's doing so well. Price is definitely more than 10,000 per square meter. And then over here, this is the landmark 81. All right. So this is District 2, Thu Thiem area. Now, finally, closer to our location, this area here is called Thang Mai Loi. Thang Mai Loi, it's a very, very famous place because a lot of investors, especially those of you who actually invested with the Asia Bankers Club back 10 years ago, we started introducing the very first project to the market, and that was Phyllis and Vista. So I remember when we were selling that, it was probably around, let's say $2,000 per square meter. I know it was a really great deal. Actually, even below that, I bought the first one. The unit that I bought, I believe I paid around $1,007 US per square meter, right? It was a very, very early one back in 2016. And then price has gone crazy. Now today, it's easily like, let's say 4,000, okay? So now our price has gone up a lot. And of course, investors who actually, flip the product along the way, they made some money. So anyway, good returns, all right? So we are just 10 minutes away from that location. So if you guys are already familiar with Phyllis and Vista Verde, so this location is easy for you to understand, okay? Now, this is Phyllis and Vista by Capital Land, the project that the first unit actually was bought by myself. I still remember it was Berdas Tower over here. It was a duplex unit, 3304, okay? That was the one I paid, in 2016. And then Vista Verde is just right across it. So that's another very nice project of Capital Land. So it's all just 10 minutes away, okay? Now, finally, let's come to our project. I know you guys been waiting for, Kingston, please stop quicker. You're not getting to the point. Okay, now I'm at the point now. Okay, I'm going to be talking about this project. Okay, this project, it's a joint venture project, first of all, right? It's between Keppel and Khang Dien. So this is a whole new, it's a whole township development. So we are actually in phase 1. Phase 1 consists of basically, you see all the villas at the back, and you have the 3 towers here, which is at the front. This is the entrance with the security guards over here. It's a gated community. And phase 1 is only a small area of the entire township developments, all right? So now we are launching the very first high-rise project in this new township development, okay? It's called Gladia Heights. Now, developer, like as I said, Keppel and Khang Dien, joint venture developments. Keppel, of course, most people heard of them. You know them very well. They're from Singapore, very reputable. They've done a lot of great projects in Vietnam. For example, we have, let's say, Celeste Heights, okay? And we have Empire City in Thu Thiem. That's actually a JV project of Keppel with a local developer, local partner, and also with Gold Capital from Hong Kong, the private equity firm. So that's a really famous project. Empire City is by Keppel. And then also we have, just now I show you the Saigon Center, which is the shopping mall with Takashimaya. That's by Keppel, all right? So it's a very reputable developer from Singapore. And then Khang Dien, on the other hand, also huge developer. Top 10 market cap in Vietnam, is a listed company, more than 25 years of experience. So they are very famous for landed property, for villas. They build villas all over Vietnam. And probably if you have not heard of them, it's most likely because a lot of these villas, they do not offer to foreigners. Because to be honest, if you understand the housing law, you will realize that it's not easy to buy villas, but it's much easier to buy condominiums. That's why being a big player in villas, probably you don't have much of let's say know them too well. But now, because of the joint venture, this name comes in, it's a big name, and we are so happy for Asia Bankers Club to be able to represent both Khang Dien and Keppel Land to be the exclusive agency for the foreign quarter of Gladia Heights. All right, so I'll tell you what we're offering, because we have our own stocks, the highest floor of the most premium building in this project. Now the location, just quickly, is over here. This is Fides and Vista. So we are just here. We are very, we are part of the Ring Road 2. So this is a very important ring road, all right? And we are just, this Vo Chi Cong Street, a direct connection to District 7, okay? The Phu My Hong area. And we can swing over to Thu Thiem very easily. That's just like a 10 minutes drive away. All right, so this is the location. So from Vo Chi Cong Road, which is Ring Road 2, that brings us to Phu My Hong. And then from here, 10 minutes, we're in Thu Thiem, all right? And then we are 30 minutes away to the new international airport, Long Tan. And we are also 30 minutes away to the current airport, Tan Son Nhat. So we are actually also, there's a metro line coming up. The metro line number 6, which is targeted to be completed by 2030 or 31. So this actually, we have a station right in front of us. So this is very convenient for us. Once we have that circle line, we can get around Saigon very easily from here. Now, this is the project, all right? This is the project, the entire township development with, a lot of villas, commercial area, schools, hospitals. So they have metro station. This is the one that's closest to us. So we are now just part of Zone 1, all right? So now this project is at a very early stage, and that's why people are so excited, because whenever you invest, you want to invest in phase 1, especially the very first project that's being launched, because the price will be the cheapest, right? So Zone 1, this is a phase 1, started with Gladia by the waters, which are mainly the villas, all right? But let's take a look at the short video first, so you have a good understanding of this whole 60-hectare township. This is basically the first phase, all right? Gladia by the waters, basically 226 units of villas and townhouses. So this is already completed, okay? So all these villas, they're already completed. These are the apartments that we're selling. By the way, the most premium building is this B1. This is the one that we're offering, all right? So over here, we are facing this direction. We have the really nice view of basically Landmark 81, the tallest building, and you can see Bitexco over here. And the view from the back will be, of course, the villas and the river view, all right? Now, these villas are really expensive, 3 to 7 million US dollar. So it's really, really nice. So these are, how the villas looks like today. They are all now fully completed, and a lot of people are really moving in and doing renovation. Huge villas. Now, the advantage of basically living here, unlike many other places, is that you are part of a gated community. So when you live in the apartments, you can actually come down and you can walk around the entire community. You can enjoy these facilities. You can bring your kids to cycle, right? You can do your barbecue, picnics and stuff. So this is something that you can't really do when you live in Saigon in a standalone building, because when you go downstairs, most likely you see a lot of motorcycles, there are lots of cars. So it's not safe for the kids, but this is different, right? This is a really nice area. Anyway, so this is the project we are offering, Gladia Heights. So total of 3 towers, okay? It's only 616 apartments. So you see, this is not a huge project, all right? because usually big projects are over 1,000 units. This is just 16 units. We have 60 facilities here. So the project is, it's a freehold development, by the way, but because we are foreigner, we can't get freehold. It's 50-year leasehold and renewable. So if you want to know more about that, click the link at the below at the comment area, because I'm going to leave another video for you to watch about this housing law, how it works. All right. Now, these three buildings that are being offered is B1, B2, B3. We are basically going to be looking at B1. All right. This is actually B1 here. So now this project is going to be launched to the local market on now. Currently it's being launched. They already collected thousands of checks. The price list will be out on the 1st of August 2026. Now, with a few thousand checks, easily 3,000 already collected, this B2 and B3 will be fully sold out. All right. B1 will not be released to the market yet, but because we are the exclusive agency for Keppel and Khang Dien, we have access, Asia Bankers Club has full access to the foreign quota on B1 tower, which is the most exclusive tower. Why is it the most exclusive? I'll tell you more later. And in fact, we have the highest floors, right? The highest floor is 15th floor. We have the highest few floors being designated for foreign quota. So that would be our stocks, all right? Now, the completion of the project is going to be Q4 2027. The starting price is around 215,000 US dollar or 1.7 million Hong Kong dollar starting price. And this is the project, all right? So this is B1, B2, and B3. Now, what are the differences? B3 have more units, a lot of smaller unit sizes, and here it's going to be delivered bare shell to the investors. All right. B2 has less units, okay, but still a bit more smaller units, 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms, and it's going to be delivered like standard, fully finished, okay. And then B1 is the most high end. It's going to be delivered fully finished, fully finished, okay. So you'll be delivered fully finished and also the higher specification. And plus, we also going to include things like, the wardrobes and the oven, which you do not get in B2 or B3. So this is the most premium block of this entire project. Now, let's take a look at some of the rendering of the project. So we have retail shops on the ground floor. We have really nice swimming pool. This is the rainfall canopy. And we have a starlight swimming pool with underwater sound system. So amazing. You can basically hear music when you are swimming at night, all right? And we have the aqua gym, so you can work out in the pool. So it's a very nice project. Look at this, so beautiful, right? So lots of play area for the kids, okay? And every unit has balcony. So this one here, overlooking the pool, and we have the river view from a distance, okay? Now we have outdoor fitness, we have tennis courts, badminton, yoga rooms. There are lots of things to keep you busy. The gym, the lounge, the multimedia room, so you can watch a movie here with your friends, with your colleagues. You can walk around. There's lots of green space. And here there are total of 5 theme parks, okay? And 2 kilometers of jogging track. So the theme park would be, for example, you have like these herb gardens, so you can really go and check out, you can check out all the herbs, So there are lots of green area for you, and this is where you get to enjoy in this community, despite that you are living in a high-rise apartment, all right? So that's our project. So over here, these are basically the facilities. As you can see, this road here is a very tiny road. It's basically, this is where the security guard is. Okay, the guard house is over here. So it's gated community. So there's not going to be a lot of cars here. So B1 is over here, all right? B1 is kind of standalone over here. You cross this tiny street, and this is B2 and B3, all right? So you can see that, we all share the facilities, by the way. So when you're living in B1, you can use the facilities over here, and people in B2 and B3 can use the facilities in B1. But if you think about it logically, if you are somebody who lives in B1, yeah, you might use your own pool, smaller one, but you probably go to walk over to the other side to use the bigger pool. But if you're in B2 and B3, probably you just hang out here in the big pool. You might not go over to B1's smaller pool. So most likely, nobody's going to use this pool in B1. So you get full exclusivity for that, all right? So it's going to be a very good deal, all right? It's a very smart way to actually get more facilities for the guys in B1. Now this is the layouts, okay, the building layouts, okay. The one that we're focusing now is B1. So for foreigners, we go for B1 because that's where we get the stocks, right? B2 and B3 will be sold out because they collected thousands of checks, and everybody is, they are fighting for units. Nobody can secure the units because everybody is doing some sort of like, it's a lottery system. They're doing balloting. You got to submit a lot of checks, and then if you're lucky, get chosen. You get to choose a unit. You do not know what unit you're gonna get. But for us, it's a different game. For us, we have exclusivity with the developer. We have good relationship with them, so we secure our stock. So you guys can come, give us your EOI, your expression of interest, no commitment. Just get a queue number so that you can be there to queue and wait. Once the price list is out on the 1st of August, you get to choose units according to your queue number, right? So this is basically, all the units with balcony. Let's take a look at the show apartment. So at the sales gallery, we have a 2-bedroom. This is 77 square meter. So this is how the units looks like. So this is 800-ish square foot unit. So the furniture will not be given, of course. It will be delivered fully finished, so that the kitchen cabinet, you will have it. Okay, this whole set, you have it. So now the oven, it really depends, right? If you're buying B2 tower, you don't get the oven. But if you buy B1, the one that we're offering, yes, you have that as well. Now, you have AC, air conditioner, that's given, all right? The ceiling height is really amazing. It's 2.95 meter. I mean, maybe you can't see it from this picture, but I was there, so I can see how high the ceiling is, all right? So if you guys are interested to actually, have a tour on this sales gallery and these show units, I've already made a video. I'm going to put it at the link below as well, so you guys can actually watch, live. So I was walking around, I was visiting all these, show apartments. I was showing you, like zoom in to what are the mate of the finishing, right? The flooring, how it looks like, the wardrobe. So I did a very, very thorough inspection for you, so you guys can watch that video. Now, 3 bedrooms, 113 square meter. So here you go. This is a much bigger unit. Okay, this is how it looks like. So it's amazing. I really like it. It's very luxury. All right. So this is a very nice project in District 2 because not many projects, don't even talk about District 2. In fact, there are not many projects in Ho Chi Minh City today. So now here, this is something that's very rare, and especially it's in District 2. This is what everybody's been wanting to have, right? So finally we have it. So here's the 3 bedrooms, all right? So you can see that because the sales gallery is actually at the site now, so you can see all these are not photos, these are real, right? We are actually looking at the villas outside. So a very high specification, okay? It's a high-end project. Now these are the unit sizes. So you have 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed, 4 beds. Okay. So for us, B1, we have all unit types 1 to 4. But if you go to B2, most of the units are 1 and 2 bedrooms and maybe a bit of 3 bedrooms. Okay, they don't have 4 bedrooms. So the 4 bedrooms are actually all with us in our B1 tower. Okay. Now this is basically the sales gallery with a scale model. So if you guys have a opportunity to visit Ho Chi Minh City, let us know. Our team can be there to show you around. So here you can see the scale model. It's amazing. All right. So this is basically the project. Okay. Now the construction status, they already done the foundation work. So now they have already received the sales permit. Because without the sales permit, especially the sales permit for foreigners, you can't sell this project to foreigners because you can't sign SPA with them. But this project already received the sales permit, so they can sign SPA with foreigners. So it's all ready now, okay? The ceiling height is 2.95 meter. So these are the differences between the 3 towers, all right? So B3 has 280 units, a lot of units, and they are bare shell, all right? So this is more for the local investors. B2 is 224 units, fully finished, but the unit sizes here are smaller. So we have like more 1 or 2 and a bit of 3 bedrooms. So fully finished, that means you get the AC, the kitchen, everything. No wardrobe, all right? But B1 is the most premium ones with only just 112 units, fully finished with higher specs. And we basically have small to large units, 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. And all the units includes the oven and the wardrobe. And of course, we have all these things as well, the AC, the kitchen, and all these, we have it. On top of that, we get the oven and wardrobe as well, all right? So this is what we are offering today. Amazing, amazing deal. So if you guys want to buy the 4 bedrooms, in B1 will be these units here facing the lake, facing the river, okay, and the villas, okay, amazing view from there. Now here are basically what we talked about just now, B2 tower. So we have all these items, but not including the oven and wardrobe. But for B1, we have higher specs and includes the oven and wardrobe, all right? So the estimated rental yield will be 5%. And here we provide the full service to our clients and our members. So we have our local team to assist you with the leasing and property management. So everything is taken care of for you. It'll be a hassle-free investment, all right? So special offer for our early bird investors. So if you act quickly, all right, before the price is released on the 1st of August, we can try to secure you a early bird discount, okay? So early bird discount, which is 2%, all right? But this is only for 3 and 4 bedrooms only. You have a 1 year of free management fee. So the common fee, okay, or maintenance fee will be waived for 1 year. And you will get to enjoy 2 years of like free swimming classes, ballet classes, stuff like that. Most likely you are not going to use it because this is investments. I don't expect that you're going to live there, but you can offer this to your tenants, all right? And the payment term, first of all, because the sales permit is already achieved by the developer, they have the sales permit, so they need to sign SPA with you. And to sign the SPA, the first down payment that you need to make is 10%, okay? Now, there are 3 payment plans: standard, fast, and special. Let's look at standard. Standard is basically a 30-70 payment plan. That means during construction period is 30%, and then at handover is basically 70, all right? So here, first payment 10%, sign the SPA. 3 months later, pay 5%. Another 3 months, 5%. Every 3 months, 5%. So until 30% is paid, you stop payment, and then wait until the handover in December of 2027. You pay 65%, and why not 70? Because the last 5% you do not pay to the developer until you get the pink book, right? So why is that the case? Well, watch the video about the Vietnam housing law. Click the link below, watch that video so you understand how it works, all right? So this is the standard payment plan. Now, if you go for a fast payment plan, which is 50-50, that means you pay 10, and then 30 days later, you immediately pay 40, then it's a 50-50 payment plan. You pay a bit quicker, you get a cashback or a rebate of 9%. So how does a cashback or rebate works? It's not a discount, right? So if you buy this property for $1 million, let's say, so it's not like, 1 million and minus 9% discount is what you put in the SPA price. No, the SPA price will still be 9 million. After you have paid 50% of 1 million, that means you have paid 500,000. Here, after you make that payment, this 9% developer is going to rebate it back to your bank account in Vietnam, all right? So you get that money. So your SPA will still state that it's a 1 million investment. So when you resell to the next buyer, when you put a higher price, let's say 1.2 million, you tell the investor you are making just 200,000, not 200,000 plus the cashback, because the new investors will not be able to see the cashback. So this actually helps you to basically, makes more capital gain in the future. Okay, so it's a very, very interesting and a nice trick. Okay. Anyway, now if you want to do even bigger cashback, then you go for 70-30 payment plan. Then the cashback is 12%, okay, even more. So this is something for you to consider, especially given now the project is going to be handed over end of next year. So maybe does not matter. Maybe it makes sense for you to do a fast payment, so you get more cashback, all right? So now here, the buying cost, okay, is just 0.5% of the purchase price. Yeah, buying property in Vietnam, it's very low transaction cost. All in is just the stamp duty, which is 0.5%. And then the annual cost is the maintenance fee, which is 19,500 dong per square meter per month. That's around 0.2% of the purchase price. So if you get a gross yield of 5, the net yield is 4.8%. Now this is so cheap. Look at this, a 1 bedroom, which is 47.8 square meter. The maintenance fee per month is just $35. That's all, okay? So like one of my friends was telling me, this is even cheaper than the public housing in Singapore. It is true, all right? Now the selling cost is basically a personal income tax or PIT of 2% on your selling price. So if you buy this property for 1 million and you sell it for 2 million, you are paying 2% on 2 million when you exit. They do not care how much capital gain or loss you make because there is no capital gain tax in Vietnam. They only tax you on your exit price, all right? Now this, as you can see, cost is very low. Now, if you want to flip the property before handover, you can do that. After you sign the SPA and pay the first 10%, you can flip the property. Now, when you flip property in Vietnam, it's even more interesting. You don't have to pay any capital gain tax, of course, and you just have to pay 2% on the down payment amount that you have made to the developer. Now, our example of 1 million, the down payment you have made is 10%, that's 100,000 US dollar, right? Now, if you were to sell for even 2 million, okay, so you are not being taxed at 2% on 2 million because you are flipping, you are reselling before handover, right? So what you have to pay is really 2% on 100,000 because you have only just paid 100,000 US dollar to the developer. All right, so that's how it works in Vietnam. Now I would like to show you a walkthrough video of this project. It's very nice, it's beautiful video. I want you to watch it, but please stay on because towards the end, after the video, I'm going to share with you about what's really happening in Ho Chi Minh City in terms of the real estate market. So what are the prices like per square meter for different projects, so you have a really good understanding about where the market is. All right, so just watch this video and stay on, and then I'll tell you more. Okay, hope you enjoyed that video. That's our project, Gladia Heights. Now, this is what I promised you just now, the situation in Vietnam today, all right? Let's take a look. Now, Metropole, but by Son Kim, right? Now, the price is already 12,000 to 30,000 US dollar per square meter, which is over here, Metropole, all right? So, it's, the price has gone high, very, very high, okay? Now, here, you look at some of this project like Diamond Island, even Diamond Island, which is in District 2, it's already almost 4,000, 4 to 7,000. I still remember when we got into the market, it was less than 3,000, okay? Now, over here, Eaton Park, which is in District 2 as well, it was launched just last year, and it was sold at around 7 to 8,000 US dollar per square meter, okay? So these projects, like Empire City, the one by Keppel Land, our same developer in Thu Thiem, okay? Empire City today is like 8,000 to 14,000 per square meter. Whereas look at Gladia Heights, our project, we are now around 4 to 4,500. So it's really very attractive, in terms of what the developer is offering for this project comparing to the market, all right? Now look at this project, Eaton Park by Gamuda Land. It was launched just last year. This project did so well, already sold out just in that launch. And 7 to 8,000 US dollar per square meter is what the price they achieve. And most of the investors, they're actually local investors here. And then Metropolis, which is a new project, probably you've never heard of it because it's not out in the market yet. So I'm sharing with you some information that a lot of people do not aware of, not familiar with. So here, this is a project that's coming up end of this year, end of 2026. We have this Metropolis over here in Thu Thiem. So this is a project of Son Kim Land. It's actually just next to the Thu Thiem station. They are actually launching this two tower here, which is the residential tower. And this is actually a mixed-use project of commercial and residential towers. And we are basically part of this Thu Thiem station, which is the most important metro station or train station in this whole of Ho Chi Minh City, because from here you can get connected to Long Tan International Airport. There will be an airport link in the future, and from Thu Thiem Station is also in the future a high-speed rail station that connects you to Hanoi up north, the capital city of Vietnam. And then from here, you get connected back to District 1 as well, via the line number 1, the metro line number 1. And this project is going to be coming out end of the year and rumored at $12,000 and higher in terms of price per square meter, okay? And then finally, we also have Ritz-Carlton Residences by Master Rice. So this is the project I told you about, which is just right in front of Ben Thanh Market. The rumor price is 60 to 80,000 per square meter. Or maybe this is inflated. Probably they end up selling at 40, 50,000 US dollar per square meter. But it does not matter. But it's still way more than 10,000. So if you ask me, I think everybody needs to understand that Vietnam or Ho Chi Minh City is no longer like what it was 10 years ago. Just like Hong Kong is not what it was 30 years ago, or Shenzhen is not what it was 30 years ago. Same here, Saigon is not what it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, yeah, you can easily find a project for, let's say, 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000. But now today, a lot of projects are already 10,000 and above, right? So that's why when we have something like this here, Gladia Heights, and we're talking about Tower 1, 4,005 is the rumor price. We don't have the price list. Nobody has the price list now, all right? So this is the rumor price. So 4,005, hopefully the price is much lower than that. But anyway, this is what we are aiming at. So, this to me, it's an amazing deal, all right? Now, just to wrap up my presentation, once again, 3 reasons why you should do these investments. Number 1, wow, Vietnam is the next China. Vietnam is the same as China, but just 20 years behind, all right? So if you guys have missed out the growth of China, this is the future, all right? This is the next China. Number 2, this project is in Ho Chi Minh City, District 2. It's not just, District 2, it's actually a master plan, a township community, a master plan of 60 hectares. So we are launching the very first phase and the first residential tower in this entire township development. So you see that, you are the first batch. Usually the price is the lowest. And now we're talking about the first price list, all right? And number 3, of course, we have top developers here. We have Keppel Land, we have Khang Dien as well. So that actually adds a lot more value to this project than any other projects in Saigon. Now, this is how China looks like in the 70s. People were really poor back then. Deng Xiaoping opens up China in 1978, inviting all the factories to come over and do business in China. Of course, today, China is so wealthy. It's the second largest economy in the world. So much wealth being created over this period that, during this transformation of Pudong in Shanghai, have a guess how much price has gone up. It's crazy. Price has increased by 30 times, not 30%, 30 times. 1 million renminbi becomes 30 million renminbi today. It's so crazy, all right? So anyway, the key point here is, for the local Vietnamese, honestly, they don't really have much options on where they go and invest because there is capital control. Money in Vietnam, they can't leave the country easily, just like China, right? But of course, for foreigners, it's fine. When you invest into real estate, you can repatriate the money easily as per the housing law. But here for Vietnamese, they actually end up all investing in real estate because the stock market is not liquid. It's actually one of the most illiquid stock market in the world. That's why everybody puts their money in basically real estates. And as the middle income class grow, more people will be investing here. So there is a lot of value, long-term value investing in Vietnamese real estate. So the price is really attractive, 4,005 US dollar per square meter. I mean, for me, I invest as well. I mean, I've invested in Vietnam since 10 years ago. I've exited and then I've just find new opportunity and I invest again, because for me, it's very simple. I mean, I have 2 kids now. So I want basically my kids, to not one day, maybe 20 years later, come back to me and say, Dad, remember, you were selling those projects, at 4,005 US dollar per square meter. Why did you not buy a couple of units for us? We don't have to work, okay? So I don't really want to have that kind of conversation with my kids. That's why I really will continue to invest in Vietnam, because I really believe in it. All right. Anyway, so finally, what you can do next is this. Okay, if you have watched this video early stage, okay, and hopefully now is before 1st of August, quickly submit your EOI. Okay, all we need is just 2,500 US dollar from you. Give the money to Asia Bankers Club. Sign the book, the EOI form. It's basically there's no commitment for you to go ahead with the deal. I mean, you just basically secure a queue number. You're going to submit your EOI to the developers so they know how many EOIs we have collected. So from here, once we get the price list on the 1st of August 2026, the person with the first EOI on hand, which is the queue number 1, will get to choose units out of all the stocks that we have foreign quota in B1. You are the one that's going to choose units at your own leisure time, all right? And then after that, we go to the next person and the third one and fourth one. That's what we're going to do, rather than us all getting everybody in a room to fight over some units. We're not going to do that. So we're going to let all of you basically secure your queue number. If you see the price and you like it, you can basically go ahead and proceed. If you do not like it for whatever reason, you change your mind, we will refund the money fully to you, because there's no commitment for you to buy. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, so that's the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed that. So if you guys want to really learn more about Vietnam, so I've made a lot of videos. It's actually on this YouTube channel. Just watch it. Or if you're not too sure what to watch, you can talk to one of our colleagues and then they can assist you to navigate all the information that we have in our YouTube account, or maybe we have some of the information which we have that have not yet been posted on YouTube. All right. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you soon, and happy investing in Vietnam.